Hey everybody, and welcome back. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Dimitra. Today we're going to be talking about eye creams and whether or not we actually need them. This has been one of the most frequently asked questions that I get from a lot of people, especially friends and family members. Do I actually need to be using an eye cream? Eye creams can also be really expensive, so you want to know whether or not you should make the investment in a good one. So I'm here to answer that age-old question: do I need an eye cream? In order to answer that question, we have to understand the eye area itself, and it does tend to be a lot more sensitive than other parts of your face. And the eye area also ages 5 to 10 years faster than the rest of your face. You can blame that to the lack of collagen production in that particular area. Every time you squint or smile, the fibers in your eye area tend to break down. And since there isn't enough collagen being produced in the area, your elastin is being tested every single day. And because there are so few oil glands around your eye area, you tend to look older a little bit faster than what we would normally like. Your eye area has very thin, dry tissue, and it tends to get dehydrated very, very quickly. It also tends to be a very sensitive area. And because the eye area also has a lot thinner skin, a lot of creams tend to absorb there a lot faster, and that's why most face creams don't necessarily work underneath your eyes. The other issue with just using a general face cream all over your face is that it isn't ophthalmologist tested. So you want to make sure that any products you are putting around your eye area have been tested by eye doctors to make sure that it is safe for that particular part of your face. The eye area also has a different type of tissue, and that's why you need a specialized cream. And believe me, it's never a one size fits all. Everybody has different issues with their under eye area, so you need to find an eye cream that is going to address the issues and concerns that you have. So I'm going to talk about a few key issues that most of us experience with our eye area. The first one is dehydration. Like I said before, the eye area is one of the driest areas on your face, and it frequently experiences dehydration. And because when we're applying our makeup, we're always using our concealer, foundation, powder, and sometimes we put that stuff on our face before we properly moisturize, and it can increase the dryness of the area faster than what it normally would take. I call the hydrating eye creams the starter eye cream for your eye area. Why? Because they're simple to use. They're just injecting hydration back into your eye area. By moisturizing your under eye area, it's just going to keep your skin hydrated and more firm. A moisturizing formula will keep your skin smooth and in good shape for a while, especially if you are a little bit younger and you want to start using an eye cream. Go for something that's a little more hydrating. Keep things simple. A hydrating cream is also fantastic for priming your under eye area. So we all prime our faces when we are putting on makeup. You also need to prime your under eye area for all of the concealer and powder that you are going to be applying. So make sure you do use a hydrating formula to do that. And in particular, look for formulas that use humectants, essentially ingredients that are drawing water from the air. Hyaluronic acid is one of those ingredients, and I am actually a big fan of the Badescu Hyaluronic Eye Cream. This is great for moisturizing. It's also great for firming because it's got some other ingredients in there. But if you do want a great starter cream that's not going to break the bank, this is a really good one. You can pick this up from Ulta. I believe I paid $18 for it, so the price is right, and it's good for all types of skin. You also want to look for eye creams that have glycerin in them. Aveeno has a really good one, and I believe Neutrogena also has another really good eye cream, but that one contains more hyaluronic acid than glycerin. The next issue that most of us tend to face, and I myself face this all the time, is dark circles. And why do dark circles happen? It's because your body is producing extra melanin. Essentially, you're seeing the blood vessels pop through your skin, and that's why that area can get a little bit darker. And to be quite honest with you, the older you get, the more pronounced your dark circles are going to be. Around 25 or so, it's not so bad, but the older you get, the more hollow your under eye area gets and the darker the circles can appear. You tend to lose a lot of bone and fat in that area, which is another reason why it may not look the way you want it to look. This is definitely one of the hardest issues to fix with eye cream. You have to be really careful, and again, there is no one size fits all when it comes to dark circles, but I believe it's Olay that just came out with a really nice eye cream. It's their Illuminating eye cream. I think it's around $30 at Walmart if I remember correctly, but that should really help decrease the darkness you see underneath your eyes. But the key with eye creams, especially ones for dark circles, are frequent use. And if you use it daily, you will start to see results. And in particular with this Olay cream, you could see results between the first 2 weeks of using it. But if you use it for 2 or more months, that's when you're really going to start to see a decrease in those dark circles. You're really going to see this cream combat that blue and brown tinge that we tend to get underneath here. What you really want to use is collagen plumping peptides to help counteract that hollowness. For more dramatic fixes, you can go in and use filler if you want. Restylane or Juvederm, I'm just looking at my notes here. Those are 2 fillers that are recommended for the eye area, but that's if you want to go down an extreme path. You absolutely do not have to. That's what concealer is for. And y'all know there are some great concealers out there that we can use. The Urban Decay Naked Skin is incredible. The Too Faced Born This Way concealer has great pigment and will hide anything underneath your eyes. Bye Bye Under Eyes from IT Cosmetics. Oh, that is another bomb concealer that will hide anything, and it also has anti-aging properties, so what skincare benefits in there as well. And another issue that a lot of us have are puffy eyes. So for all my people out there who have gone out partying, you know what it's like firsthand, because you end up eating a lot of junk food, you're retaining a lot of water, especially if you've had a lot of salty foods, and that can increase puffiness underneath your eyes. Puffy eyes can also be genetic. Some of us simply have more fat pads underneath our eyes, and it just makes them protrude a lot more than we would like, but you know, sometimes you can't fight genes. In order to combat a lot of this, you want to use cooling gels. Cooling gels for your eyes. Cucumbers work really well. They minimize some of the puffiness. Another thing that's also great are rollerballs. So I used to use one of the Clinique under eye serums that was in a rollerball form. I can't remember the name of it now, but I'll put it somewhere on this screen here so you can see it. But I used to just roll it underneath my eyes and it would get rid of any sort of puffiness, especially when I was traveling. That was a huge issue for me. And with that massaging movement, it really starts moving a lot of the fluid away, and that's how it gets rid of all of the puffiness. And that's also why I'm recommending these roller balls. And I think the most common issue that we all experience is aging, and this is something that we are either currently worried about or are worried about getting in the future. How does this happen? Well, if you have frequent exposure to UV lighting, or if you squint at your iPhone at night trying to catch that last Pokemon, or you're cruising your Instagram feed, even when you are doing your wing liner and you pull your eye, any sort of pulling movement around that area will help increase aging and fine lines. I think that made sense. Yes, it did. How do you fight this? Well, you use collagen and retinol. These will be your best friends. One of my favorite under eye creams to use for aging is the Algenist. I believe it's called the 360-degree eye serum. This is fantastic, absorbs into the skin really quickly, doesn't leave an oily residue, and it has been fantastic for helping some of these fine lines disappear. If you want to splurge a little bit more on your eye cream, you can always go to a La Mer counter. All of their products have collagen and I believe retinol in them for the eye cream, so you can always check that out as an alternative but more pricey solution. Murad also has a really good eye cream that contains quite a bit of retinol. You can find it at Sephora. It is a little on the pricey side. I think it's about $75 or $80, but it does do a good job. And again, like with all eye creams, it's all about routine and continuous use. And if you're really worried about your under eye area and any fine lines or deep wrinkles, you can always take it to the next step and talk to your dermatologist about intense pulsed light. What IPL does is it puts heat under your eye area, which makes it a little bit tighter, so that way it can decrease the amount of fine lines that you see. But in order to see the effects of that treatment, you do have to give quite a bit of a commitment. I believe it takes about 5 to 6 treatments before you see any sort of results from that. But the results do last for about 4 to 8 months, so it's still something that you have to do as an ongoing procedure. It's not gonna completely solve your problem as a one-stop shop, and you'll never have to do it again. So again, routine. Going back to my initial question, do you need eye cream? The answer is yes. You should start yesterday. Eye cream will save you a lot of grief in the future for all sorts of issues that we just talked about. And honestly, you don't need to spend that much money. As long as you're using a product that has all of the right ingredients that we spoke about, you will be perfectly fine. Make sure you start incorporating eye creams or eye serums into your morning and evening skincare routines. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful and it gave you some ideas about the types of eye creams that you can use to help you solve a couple of different issues that might be bothering you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. Make sure you also connect with me on my social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. I will link everything in the down bar below for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Stay beautiful, lovelies. Bye.